I know you expect in this podcast high-class entertainment about artificial intelligence in the field of music, but a big part of any big change is also that people experiment and do silly stuff. I mean, really, really silly stuff. So I found this, Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio, sung or better, interpreted by toothbrushes. This is so stupid that I had to share it. And for that I needed a proper intro. So I used Stable Audio, the new AI from Stability AI. You choose your text prompts and it will generate for you music based on that. And I wanted a fanfare for the toothbrush masterpiece. Something majestic. I put in the words serious fanfare K-pop. K-pop? You have to keep contact to the young kids, don't you? Here we go. A fanfare followed by Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise, a masterpiece. Okay, enough. Let's get serious.
This is the Illiac Suite, a podcast on AI-driven music. Join me as we dive into the ever-evolving world of AI-generated music, where algorithms become the composers and machines become the virtuosos. Yes, this music and text was written by a computer and I am not real, but
I am, and my name is Dennis Kastrup. So, a second time, hello humans! Welcome to a new episode of the Illiac Suite. It took me a while because, as I'm not a robot or AI so far, let's say life made it a little bit difficult for me to deliver in the past weeks. But during that time, a lot of things happened in the field of AI. Spotify, for example, announced that it will be able to automatically clone a voice of a podcaster and translate it into different languages. They say it works from English to Spanish, German, and French. Theoretically, I could offer all of you that service without an AI, weil ich in Deutschland geboren wurde.
Because I was born in Germany and speak fluent German. I even considered doing the podcast in German at first. But in the end, I decided to do an international version.
Plus, I've been speaking French for a few years now, as I spend a lot of time in Montreal. It works pretty well, but I don't have the courage to do a podcast in French.
So let's come back to English. For this new episode, I had a talk with an artist that crossed my path since many years, since I'm focused on AI and music, Benoit Carré. He is the creator of Daddy's Car, a pop song written in the style of the Beatles, which was created in the Sony CSL Research Laboratory. In 2016, that song made a big buzz in the music world.
So I started with this laboratory we were like 7 researchers and me as a musician, and the name of the technology was flow machines. The idea was to create a flow that inspired the musician. So the idea was to compose. It was around composition of songs. So I started with Daddy's Car as a style exercise, like a pastiche of the Beatles made with this flow machine tool. And then I find it funny and nice. I don't know, but it was not like it was really a style exercise, but it created a buzz, and people start to to be like frightened by this style exercise. They thought that AI was like replacing even the Beatles. So, but it was just a interaction between me and the machine, and I did this song with like a mini iteration.
Something new, it turns me on. Good day, sunshine in the backseat car. I wish that road could never stop. Down on the ground, the rainbow led me to the sun. Please, mother, drive and then play it again. Till tomorrow, never know. Now I see the other side. Take me to the diamond sky. Now I'm gonna figure out. Take me on a distant sky. Every day I gotta work downtown. I'm drowning in the traffic jam. Down on the ground, lights lead me to nowhere, man. Please, mother, drive me again in your car. There's nothing here, nothing there, and everywhere. Now I see the other side. Take me to the diamond sky. Now I'm gonna figure out. Take me to the distant sky.
The idea of Flow Machine was to capture the style of lead sheets, like this thing. It's like this is for example, this is the real book, and you have here, you see there are the melody and the chords on the partition, on the lead sheet, the score. So the idea was to generate new scores with melody and chords from existing music. So it was very exciting to take, I don't know, a bunch of 10 songs, melody and chords. You gave it to the machine, and then it generated like 4 bars, 2 bars, 8 bars, inspired by the lead sheet that you have given as the input, as the feed, the food. So I fed the machine with 50 of my favorite Beatles songs, and then the Flow Machine generated 4 bars, and it was interesting, very like inspiring, and I started to generate more, but there were some results that I didn't like, so I replaced some bars there and there and build the song like with many iterations like that. So it wasn't a song composed by AI, it was a song composed with AI, so it's very different. But it was like the communication was about AI composed song.
Benoit talks about an important point. In the communication about music and artificial intelligence, you read quite often the headline, AI composes a song. No. What this headline misses out is that there are always humans involved in it. And I talked to many people who are not aware of that, as this is not their main interest. A lot of them carry an image in their mind in which a humanoid robot sits in front of a sheet of paper and writes lyrics and melodies, and then it grabs a guitar and plays a song. Okay, not exactly like that, but kind of, as they think a computer does all the work by itself. But it does not work like that, and the work of Benoit Carré is a perfect example for that. His fascination for AI expanded after Daddy's Car, and he started a project which is called Skygge.
What was interesting is that I heard in the result of Daddy's Car, there were some interesting things because it was unexpected. Some melodies or some chord changes was unexpected, and that was the thing that I liked when I compose, is to discover something that I wasn't expecting during my doodling with the instrument. So I started to work more on this and to feed the machine with different kinds of things, like 400 songs from the real book, like the jazz songs composed by many composers, or many things like that. And I did experimentation, and I started to compose a lot of songs. The first song that I composed and that I really liked and that made me think that it was interesting is Ballad of the Shadow, because there was like these 2 bars that was amazing with an ascending movement in the melody, and that was really it didn't come out of my mind for several days, and it became obsessing. So I started really to get in this creation process and to experiment intensively. And then I had like 4, 5, 6 songs that was very interesting in terms of composition. It was like only melodies and chords. And then I invited a lot of musicians to work with me. Stromae, that was is a pop Belgian artist, French, singing in French. There was like jazzmen like Médéric Collignon, who is a trumpetist, jazz trumpet, and we built Hello World with this flow machines system and our inspirations. So we built this album that was very collaborative.
We listened to one of the songs of the album, the song Benoit mentioned before, Ballad of the Shadow.
It's summer sinking, the cattle go down. It's rattling those wings around. Those wings around. It's high, it's summer sinking, the cattle go down. It's rattling those wings around. Those wings around. It's high, the wings. The wings that over. The wings in me. Those wings around are alive. It will do.
I have mentioned one thing before a lot here in this podcast. And of course, I am not the only one out there. But AI is a tool to make music. Benoit, with his project Skygge, agrees.
It has always been very clear that there were tools thought as tools, as instruments, new instruments to help, maybe not help, but yes, help musicians to find new ways of composing, to discover some other places of their creativity. And that's why I use this name Skygge, that means shadow, because it's like exploring its own shadow. So I wasn't afraid, and since I'm writing song, even if it's like songs played on a guitar, I always in parallel play with computers to record, to work on the arrangement and everything. So I started really to compose with a computer. It was like a Commodore 64 in the late 80s, but I always find it really interesting because it's like augmented creation.
Another song from the Hello World album from Skygge, One Note Samba.
Le oui t'écrire dans mon coin, le oui te profile, le week-end, les semaines. So I will pour into that one note all the love I feel for you. Le oui t'écrire dans mon coin, le week-end, le oui te profile dans mon coin, les semaines. He will find himself with no show, better play the note you know. Tu devais confus déjà dans un faisait plus. Mais tout comprend la c'était, ou partageant la c'était. Tu me faisais pleurer déjà dans un ça me fait compris. Ou partager, dans on était secret, c'était plus bien, c'est dans les effets, chantais aussi plus calme. So I will pour into that one note all the love I feel for you. Anyone who wants the war show, do re mi fa sol la si do. He will find himself with no show. Better play the note you know. Tu devais confus déjà dans un faisait plus. Mais tout comprend la secret, ou partageant la secret. I have been up all the things I know when tout compris. Ou partager, tu devais confus déjà dans un faisait plus. Mais tout comprend la secret, ou partageant la secret. I have been up all the things I know when tout compris.
All this AI stuff appears right now to be so magic. AI does this and that, and we click buttons, and sometimes something amazing comes out. Benoit demystifies this a bit.
I saw the researchers dealing with the code. I understood what is a bug. A bug is just like it's a missing letter. It's a missing sign. It's something very, very dumb that makes the tool that breaks the tools. And I saw that there is a lot of manual work even in the AI side. It requires a lot of handmade work to create the code, to curate the datas. How do we curate them? How do we name them? There's a lot of very boring things, but very handmade.
We hear another song from Hello World, Multi-Mega Fortune.
Don't you wanna get back to the feeling we could make it multi-mega fortune? Multi-mega fortune. Don't you wanna get back to the feeling we could make it multi-mega fortune? Multi-mega fortune. Take me for a ride in the Palisades. This car cuts through LA like a knife. Remind me of the hours I've thrown away. But I tried, I promise you that I tried. Do we push too far, only to discover it's not enough, not enough. We practice hard, pass with blind colors. It's not enough, no, it's not enough. Don't you wanna get back to the feeling we could make it multi-mega fortune? Multi-mega fortune. Don't you wanna get back to the feeling we could make it multi-mega fortune? Multi-mega fortune. I'm underneath the flowers, pick me up and take me out. Help me build this ivory tower now. Picture it as memory, project all of your fantasies. Ambition feeds the fire now. 'Cause I'm dreaming deep, but I'm still in the shallows. It's not enough, not enough. We're half asleep and our vision too narrow. It's not enough, oh, it's not enough. And don't you wanna get back to the feeling we could make it? 'Cause we're out of touch, out of touch. I promise you that I'm ready to take this far enough. Don't you wanna get back to the feeling we could make it multi-mega fortune? Multi-mega fortune. Don't you wanna get back to the feeling we could make it multi-mega fortune? This time multi-mega fortune. Don't you wanna get back to the feeling we could make it multi-mega fortune? Multi-mega fortune. Don't you wanna get back to the feeling we could make it multi-mega fortune? This time multi-mega fortune.
The same attention Benoit Carré got back then with Daddy's Cars, another artist, has since some months by using AI-generated voices from other musicians. Ghostwriter, the person, producer, musician, whatever he is, published a new song. Whiplash, sung by Travis Scott and 21 Savage, the AI voices, of course. And Ghostwriter said about it on TikTok,
The future of music is here. Artists now have the ability to let their voice work for them without lifting a finger. It's clear that people want this song. DM me on Instagram if you're interested in allowing me to release this record, or if you'd like me to remove this post. If Travis Scott and 21 Savage allow the release of the song, I will direct royalties to them.
I would say, story to be continued. This is how it sounds. Whiplash.
Can't kill it. Can't kill it.
They waiting outside. They flooding the gates, I'm pulling the wrist. Like, no, I ain't got it. Stormy and Scott. It Houston like when he got my brothers with me. We lighting the city on fire. Protect my Achilles, cause they tryna kill me, but I never been so alive. Yeah. Whiplash, whiplash, we get whiplash, we get so loud. Whiplash, 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 all night. We lit, we get whiplash, all night, all night, all night.
Drip her out in Bulgari, and she know she bad. I'm like Ballad, she like Bunny. I came from the bottom, please don't ask me what it took. I got demons in my past, but my angels keep on shook. Man down, man down, I can't hear a sound. Walk out on your block, I hear silence and it's loud. Man down, me and Ryder raise a toast. Tryna shadow ban my boy, but you can't kill a ghost.
Whiplash from Ghostwriter.
When you hear the fake of Drake and The Weeknd and all those vocal clones that are like Oasis and everything, you read in the papers and you read that it's AI song, it's song generated, it's AI version of the singers and everything. But so we have to explain that no, it's not AI song. No, there is a man or a woman behind who have sung the song imitating the singer, on which at the end the timbre will be cloned, will be replaced. But everything has been done by a human before this step, which is the very, very, very last step of the sound. So we have to explain, we have to say no, and that's why I'm a bit between those two ways of communicating, because on one side it's not really interesting as an artist to say yes, I used AI. It's like an artist who will say yes, I used this synthesizer and then this brand of drum, which we don't care of. We don't care of this microphone. Yes, I sung on the Neumann microphone. It's great. This sound is great. We don't care. We just like the song or not. But on the other side, there are so fake news also on fake AI, on fake musicians and fake singers, that we have to describe what we have done, just to stop the magical world of AI. We have to just explain what has been done with AI to stop this, because when people will know how it's done and everything, they will stop to fear, maybe to have fears, and they will listen to the music again.
Black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair. Her face is something wondrous fair, the purest eyes and the daintiest hands. I love the ground on which she stands. I love my love, and well she knows I'll follow her she goes. I'll write her a letter containing these lines. I'll suffer death 1,000 times. Black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair. Her face is something wondrous fair. The purest eyes and the daintiest hands. I love the ground on which she stands. I'll go to troublesome, to mourn, to weep, but satisfied I ne'er can keep. If she on earth no more would stay, my life would quickly fade away. Black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair. Her face is something wondrous fair.
I worked really alone on another project. It's American folk songs. This project is really based on orchestration generated by AI. I wanted to it was just an experimentation at the beginning. I wanted to test the tool because we were developing this orchestration tool that was able to make an orchestration on any song. So I started with this song, Black is the Color, that I loved, from Pete Seeger. And this song was sung a cappella. It was recorded by Pete Seeger in 1961. And I started to orchestrate this song with AI using different kinds of sources. And then I found the result so amazing, so beautiful, orchestrated with bossa nova strings in the style of Klaus Ogerman, very, very, very sophisticated harmonies generated on this very simple yet very beautiful song of folk song from Pete Seeger, Black is the Color. So when I had this result, I wanted to have more, to make more experiments with folk songs, and I orchestrated a lot of folk songs with AI. So it was the project American Folk Songs.
We heard the song Black is the Color before from the Skygge album American Folk Songs. Here is another one, a pretty famous one, in his version, Amazing Grace. While I was discussing with Benoit the possibilities of AI, more and more I had to think of the fact that we are right now in a transmission. Everything is so new and we are excited to see what's happening there. And also scared of the use of an artificial intelligence, of course. But I guess some years from now, this will be as normal as using any instrument to make music. The question will be, will we even mention anymore that we use AI to make music?
That was really a question, and since the first album, we were hesitating saying that it's created with AI. But as we moved to Spotify and as it was very new, and as we didn't have so much time because it's like a race with AI. So we were afraid that another artist would make something with AI. So we choose to say, okay, it's created with AI. And I was also working in a laboratory with researchers, so it was not easy to say to hide the AI part, but it was really a question. And now I think that we're almost 6 years after this, and now I think it shouldn't be a question. I talked about AI for the last album I launched in 2022, Melancholia. I noticed that people wouldn't listen to it with the same state of mind if they wouldn't have known that it was made with AI. I'm sure of this. And it's like it can be good and bad, because the good side, but both are bad. The bad side is that people say no, there is no heart, there is no soul, it's AI, okay, without knowing. But I think you could make the experience with any song, like, but they have like these ideas when you say that it's made with AI, and other people on the other side, but it's not good. Both they say, "Oh, it's great! It's made with AI. That's fantastic. That's crazy," and both are not the right way. So I think now the subject of AI and music shouldn't be in the communication when you launch an album, and I will stop. So on the Skygge project, I will launch the next track without communication on AI, without communication on how I did it. I will only do it in conferences, panels, and explain, yes. But in the communication of the, on the pages and everything on the artist side, I think we should stop this, because it's okay, it's done. A lot of songs have been composed with AI. What is interesting maybe now is songs composed on 100% by AI, and thought 100, but I think it doesn't exist. But an artist created by an AI, this is the next thing. But all the rest, it's done. Even like avatars and everything, there are a lot of people behind this. So stop with this lie.
Angels are falling down, are falling down. Angels fall from the sky, fall from the sky. Down the road on the sand.
The Fall of the Rebel Angel from the album Melancholia from Skygge, the project from Benoit Carré, who I leave another last thought here.
You know, Proust, he's a famous French writer. He was saying that music is the language of soul. And I agree a lot on this because music is so complicated, it's so sophisticated. There are so many dimensions in music that I doubt that AI will one day be able to create a whole song that means something to a lot of people. I'm not sure of this.
That was another episode of the Illiac Suite, today with Benoit Carré as my guest. Thanks a lot for talking to me, Benoit. If you, as a listener, have any feedback, you find my contacts in the notes of the podcast. Thanks a lot for listening, humans. Take care and behave.